Sebastian Rainflame storm. They call me Rainflame, a name whispered in taverns and sung by lakeside fires. For years, I've wandered the realms, a humble bard weaving tales of celestial lakes, shimmering worlds mirrored in the eyes of those who listen. My music, they say, can soothe a troubled heart or ignite a warrior's spirit. I sought no glory, only the quiet joy of sharing stories, until the shadow blight crept from the obsidian peaks. It wasn't a storm of steel or fire, but a silencing, a draining of color and song from the land. Old Man Tiber, the village elder, found me by the azure lake, his face etched with despair. He spoke of the fading echoes, of the growing stillness. He begged me, not for a battle cry, but for a song to remember what was being lost. That was the inciting wind, the first note of a sorrowful melody, and the beginning of my journey. Tiber spoke of the Heartstone, a crystal resonating with the life force of the lakes, hidden within the sunken city of Ethel. He believed the blight was silencing it, stealing the echoes. I set forth, my lute my only companion. The journey was fraught with more than bandits or beasts. It was the absence of life that unnerved me. Silent forests, empty streams. I encountered remnants of villages, their inhabitants, empty shells. It was then I understood the true horror of the blight. It didn't destroy, it emptied. Along the way, I gathered fragments of lost songs, whispers of forgotten tales, each a desperate plea against the encroaching silence. I learned of an ancient ritual, a song of awakening, capable of rekindling the Heartstone, but it required 3 echo keys, fragments of pure memory, held by guardians lost to the blight. The stakes grew with each passing silent mile. The very soul of the lakes was at risk. The final echo key lay within the obsidian citadel, guarded by the Silent King, a former bard consumed by the blight. He wasn't a warrior, but a specter of lost art, radiating a chilling emptiness. He didn't attack with force, but with silence, attempting to drain my very inspiration, to extinguish my inner song. It was a battle not of steel and magic, but of melody and void. I played, pouring all my collected songs, all the forgotten memories, into a desperate counter-melody. It was a risky gambit, to meet silence with song, to offer hope in the face of utter despair. The citadel trembled, the Silent King wavered. I reached a crescendo, a blinding burst of harmony, and a shard of his lost memory. The final echo key shattered free. But the strain, it nearly consumed me. I felt the chilling touch of the blight, threatening to steal my own song, to leave me an empty vessel. I knew at that moment there was no turning back. The ritual had to be performed. I reached Ethel, the sunken city, a ghostly reflection of its former glory. The Heartstone pulsed faintly, a dying ember in the heart of the abyss. The ritual chamber resonated with a haunting silence. As I placed the echo keys, a wave of energy surged through me, both exhilarating and terrifying. I began to sing the song of awakening, weaving together the fragments of lost melodies, pouring my very essence into the performance. But the blight wasn't passive. It manifested as shadowy figures, born from the emptiness, attempting to disrupt the ritual, to silence my voice. They weren't physical threats, but emotional ones, whispering doubts, regrets, and the futility of hope. Each verse felt like a struggle against a rising tide of despair. I pushed on, fueled by the memory of Tiber's hope, by the whispers of the lost souls, by the fading echo of a world worth saving. The chamber began to glow, the Heartstone pulsed brighter, but the shadows, they grew stronger. The final note faltered. The Heartstone dimmed, its light flickering like a dying star. The shadows overwhelmed me, not with force, but with emptiness. My voice, once vibrant and strong, was reduced to a mere whisper. I felt my memories fading, my inspiration extinguished. I was becoming silent. The blight had won. I collapsed, a broken bard, lost in the abyss of forgotten dreams. The lakes, they were fading, their echoes silenced forever. All my songs, all my stories, all my hope vanished into the void. I was left with nothing but the chilling realization that some silences are eternal. And in that final, echoing stillness, I understood the true cost of hope and the heartbreaking finality of despair.